In this video, you will learn how to generate enormous numbers of traffic. This will be done through Google AdWords. This is a common technique used by a lot of marketers, and now you can too. Video marketing has become one of the highest rising and most popular traffic generation methods that's rapidly growing in popularity, and the last thing you would want to do in an internet business is get left behind. This is why we have this Marketing Your Video module, to teach you how to generate paid traffic to your site. Unlike the organic traffic you get from just putting your video up, Google AdWords is a recognized paid advertising platform. With a huge number of users, Google is indeed the most recognized platform in the world. For your information, Google has 86% of the market in search engines. More than 3/4 of the people in this world use Google search engine in their daily life. Chances are that your advertisement posting with Google AdWords can double or even triple the traffic to your site. Google AdWords advertise with SEO, search engine optimization. You'll need to understand more about keywords in your niches in order to get good results for SEO, which I won't talk about in this video because it's a whole different scope. SEO is an extensive topic. With Google AdWords, the budget you're going to spend for this is fully under your control. You get to set your own daily budget for the advertising campaign, which I will talk about later on in this video. If you're new to internet marketing, you might be wondering what this AdWords is. Or if you already have some exposure in buying adverts from Google, you may have a rough idea about what Google AdWords is all about. But let us review the idea of AdWords before we go any further. Google AdWords is a keyword planner, as I've mentioned. You'll choose your own keyword in the title of your video and bid on it with the purpose of moving your site to the first page or even the top of the search result page of YouTube. This would be useful especially for newbies because it gives you an idea of what kind of keywords will be best in your niche. Once you've created the campaign with Google AdWords, your video will appear as an advertisement depending on the kind of advertisement type you choose. I'm going to further explain on the type of advertisements later in the module. However, you must remember that bidding isn't the only factor that determines where your site will appear. The placement of the site, whether on top, bottom, or side of the web page, will be determined by Google based on the relevancy of the search request. When all the criteria of your site had met all the requirements by Google, your video will stand out in the search results. Then, it will boost the exposure of your video to your targeted group based on the keywords searched by the users. As mentioned earlier, this is a competition between you and thousands of other webmasters to fight all the way up until your video appears in the first page of search results. This is why you need to be careful not to choose highly competitive keywords, as that would make your chances of ranking high slimmer. Now we've covered how Google AdWords functions and how efficient it is to bring massive traffic to your video. Of course, you know that good things will never come for free. You need to pay a price based on your bid to Google, based on how many views they managed to send to your video, which is called the cost per view service. Other than appearing on top of the search result page, Google does advertising in other people's video pages as well. You can choose the type of advertisement, in-stream or in-display, to advertise on other people's video page. You don't need to worry about getting permission from the site owner. Google already did that for you. To start the advertising campaign with Google AdWords, you just need to follow 5 simple steps. First, you need to create your own AdWords account. No worries, it's free to create the account. In addition, the sign-up process is simple, where you only need to key in your email address and password. Google will automatically fill in the other fields for you if you're already a Gmail user. In just a few minutes, you're in for the competition. Next step, you'll pick on the video campaign. For your information, Google AdWords is not only for video marketing. If you have your own website and you want it to be on top of Google's search engine results, you can place your bid here as well. I will not go further in depth for this because it's a different ballgame here. After you've selected Video Campaign, you'll be directed to another page where you get to select your budget for the video campaign. You can set your daily budget or campaign budget based on your financial plan. Let's say the cost per view is 10 cents on average for that video, and you'd like to bid for 100 views per day. Your daily budget will be 10 cents times 100, so that's a total of $10 a day. Of course, after some time testing the traffic, you can change your daily budget from Google AdWords anytime to increase the views to your video. Moving on, you can choose the delivery method. First, to choose the network, YouTube search page, YouTube videos advertisement, or video on Google partner sites, apps, and display network. You can tick every box there as well, and then choose the locations you want your video ad to be shown, and the languages your target audiences speak. Under the advanced settings, you can schedule your start date, end date, and ad scheduling. It is better to have an end date, just in case you've forgotten to end the campaign and get charged extra from the campaign. The next step is to choose the type of advertisement you want for your video. There are two types of ads, the in-stream and in-display video. The in-stream video ad plays before another video on YouTube videos. Viewers can choose to skip your ad after a few seconds. You pay only if a viewer watches for 30 seconds or to the end of the ad, whichever comes first. On the other hand, if you choose the in-display video ad, it includes an image and some text. This ad will show differently depending on where on YouTube it appears, either in the search results page, YouTube-related videos, as a YouTube overlay, or on partner websites. You pay only when someone clicks your ad to view your video. The ultimate goal of doing all the bidding with the keywords is to move your video to the top of the ad rank. This is the competition in AdWords. The higher your rank is, the better exposure to your site is. Ad rank is decided by Google in determination of the placement of ads. You might be wondering how this thing actually works. Well, it's like this. Obviously, one of the factors that affects your ad rank is the auction for views, which is how much you bid on. Every user gets to choose how much to bid. However, it's not only based on how much you've bid, as mentioned. If you think that the higher bidder gets a higher rank, you're wrong. Besides looking at the daily budget you've set for the video, Google looks at the quality of the video as well to decide the ad rank. Now, you may be asking how to get a higher rank for this. Google wants to only show videos that pertain to their users and avoid advertisers simply buying over the ad space with irrelevant ads. So here's how you can move your video up to the top in ad rank if you follow this ad rank formula, which consists of 3 elements. If you manage to master the skill to balance all these 3 elements, you're going to get yourself up to the top of the rank. The first element is the bid of your maximum cost per view. You're at the same time competing with millions of advertisers from all around the world, so make sure you do the calculation of your own financial budget before you put in the price for it. I hope that you already have a clear idea of what bidding on maximum cost per view is. The second element is the relevancy of the video. Google analyzes the relevancy of the videos by reading the language in the site. This is related to the headline and text you're going to put under your video. Once again, this proves how important it is to choose your keyword wisely according to your niche. It will determine how well your video will be ranked. The final element for ad rank is the performance factors, such as view rates. Google will evaluate your videos with the keywords you've set and calculate the expected view rates of your video. This is really unpredictable by us, because it's determined by Google based on their own prediction of how many views they expect can be sent to your video. There are a few amazing features in Google AdWords. Among all those, I would highly recommend you use the Dimensions tab. The main function of the Dimensions tab is analysis, from the account level up to the campaign level. Dimensions tab analyzes everything related to your advertising campaign. First, the Dimensions tab analyzes according to time. To further refine the performance of your ads, the Time Analysis tab enables you to see when is the best time to put the ads on. From hour of day up to year, they analyze and present to you in statistic form. Remember the advanced setting that allows you to schedule your ad? When you know exactly what time is the time that most users are active, you can schedule the ad time ahead. For instance, results show that Saturday has the lowest performance, so you may pause your ads on weekends. Second, you can check on the geographic analysis in the Dimensions tab. This feature allows you to know in which areas of the world your ad performs the best. It's important to know about this. This is especially important if you have a business that sells across the world. The last feature here is the search terms. The search terms analysis allows you to know all the other search terms that triggered your ads from multiple views. At this point here in the search terms analysis chart, you may see what kind of keyword the users search in the search engine that will lead them to your site. You may find some useful keywords here for future use, or if you happen to find some irrelevant terms, you can negate it right away. This way, your video will not simply appear in the search results for irrelevant keywords.